Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first of a best of 5 series from the WFDC Cup, well, WFDC tournament, which was run by some Chinese organization. I'm not exactly sure who, I just didn't research that enough. Either way, it stands for Warcraft Forever Duos Cup, or Doubles Cup. It's basically a 2v2 tournament, and yeah, I believe one or two of my 2v2s that I've casted a couple weeks back was from that particular cup, so yeah. Um, oh well. Anyway, this is going to be 2v2. First game of a best of 5, as I said. In the bottom left we have, this is going to be Tho, I believe, spawning in as the blue human player. He did roll random, and he did end up with humans, so meh. We're just going to see him play his main race anyway. His ally is going to be Infi, the blue human player on the top left. Yes, the names can't really be shown. Don't know why. Maybe it's because of the Chinese characters. Even though Infi is not Chinese, he's Korean if I'm not mistaken, but oh well. Blue team gonna go Mountain King and Archmage. It looks like a pretty standard 2v2 from what I have seen so far in my, I guess, past of 2v2 casts. Usually double Archmage seems a little excessive, maybe not needed. Always nice to have a Mountain King fairly early on alongside with an Archmage. But either way, introducing the opponents we have on the top right. I believe this is going to be IAM's 120. This is not Fly. If you get mistaken, that's Fly 100%, I think. But either way, 120 spawning in as the red orc player. His ally is going to be WFZ spawning in as the red undead as well. So DK and Blade Master versus Mountain King and Archmage. We do have, I believe, it's going to be a joint mercenary militia creep camp right over here. I'm not sure who is going to get the expand, but we shall see eventually. It looks like 120's peon got ensnared, unfortunately, and it looks like it is going to be 120, it is going to be Infi placing down towers and maybe go for the expand. No, it looks like Tho might be the one claiming it. Yeah, it's going to be so confusing right now. Either way, level 2 on the Archmage, level 1 on the MK. I believe maybe Tho got most of the experience before, but who knows, Blade Master is going to start wreaking havoc. This is going to take a lot of effort because there are a lot of units for the human army, but this is just more pickings for the undead player as well as the orc player. Note that the Blade Master did sell his TP scroll in order to get these three items. I'm actually surprised that the Blade Master picked up Rod and Necromancy, but of course you can do that. And apparently the DK is the one that gave the Blade Master the rest of the charges. And yeah, interesting enough. Stronghold on its way. WFZ also getting his Halls of the Dead. Meanwhile, I believe the double humans are just gonna go double expand. It's gonna be rather difficult for... Maybe it's gonna be difficult for Infi. Tho is gonna get his own expand down. Right now for Infi, the other two options are rather difficult to go for. Either this one over here, which is awfully close to the orc player, or this one over here, which is awfully close to the undead player. Of course, there was always the alternative of the top left one, which unfortunately is housed by a drake, so actually a full red dragon. I'm not sure if you want to tackle that in the 4 to 5 minute mark as of now. Either way, both players just creeping out as best they can. I can't even see the names of the heroes. Apparently the text is at a fixed location, but oh well. DK getting himself to that level 2 will not be able to pick up any items. Actually, was he? I have no idea what items were dropped. Maybe he just didn't pick it up. Either way, Archmage is going to claim this Overseer over here. Close attack plus 6. Oh, that Blade Master seriously would have liked that. But 120 will not be able to get that item over there. We have 3 grunts for him. And 4th one's coming out. So far it looks to be rather strong army to try and combat just I believe, though, and Infi's just plethora of footmen. We're gonna have second barracks placed down as well as a blacksmith, so it seems like Infi is gonna go for mass riflemen. Seems like a logical explanation right there, as we do see the double barracks and riflemen. I'm not sure if it is possible to go one base and just mass knights or just mass footmen, so well, maybe mass footmen is a possibility, but I really can't see a second barracks doing work if the blacksmith was placed down. Anyway, just back to the game. Level 2 on the MK, able to pick up that single grunt. It does take a while, it was a grunt after all, but anyway, it looks like WFZ is going to go for him, the mass crypt fiends for himself. It seems like both players are just splitting off the range units as well as the melee units' duty. Thunderclap is going to be utilized for the Mountain King. It looks like a TP scroll will be pulled over here for Infi. Meanwhile, 120 will lose himself that Blade Master. The Archmage Fireball, I believe, was the one that picked it up and able to give experience to both the MK as well as the Archmage, but early TP scroll will be used for Tho as well. Nicely done right there for from WFZ alongside 120 getting that surround. So Keep Tick is about done for Tho. Remember that Tho can always give resources to Infi, so no, Tho didn't go for that expand greedily. He just considered that he could probably utilize it as or better than his opponent. Or not opponent, ally. Sorry about that. Anyway, double barracks have been completed. Nothing coming out of those just yet. Of course, both human players are going Keep Tick. Tho apparently is done before his ally. Shadowhunter is going to be coming out as well as the Lich for both the red heroes, for the red players, Swordhouse as well as Black Citadel. So it looks like it's just going to be the normal. It seems like mass destroyers for me. Like no more. Actually, as soon as I say that, I see a Crypt Fiend being queued up. So we might just be staying on a couple of statues. I'm not sure if Destroyer form is going to be used in this game, but maybe, just maybe, when expands are placed down and economy can be stabilized, maybe. Either way, Infi finally getting himself his batch of riflemen. We do have a lot of footmen for Tho and Infi. Any upgrades going on? I'm not sure. It does not look like it from either player. We have a Blood Mage on his way for Tho. I wouldn't be scared yet if I was facing this type of army, like tons of footmen, riflemen to add on as well. Lifesteal for the footmen as well. Blood Mage added in, I would be a little bit scared, but I would be probably giving up already if I see a Paladin being added for Infi. So I'm very interested to see what the second hero is going to be for him and what he's going to bring for, I guess, the blue team. We're going to siege WFZ's army over here in the bottom right. Not army, just base. Shadowhunter is going to clear this out. Slippage agility +3 has been picked up, and of course the Shadowhunter is awkwardly an agility hero, so he does benefit from that somewhat. Maybe in terms of damage. So Blood Mage is out. Assuming that he did get himself that Siphon Mana, that's probably the ability that he took first level, so yeah. Mountain King gonna clear out this Ogre Magi camp, getting himself that very, very nice +9 claws of attack. Though needs to be careful, he is split off from his ally, and a single footman was taken out thanks to the ability of Hex right there from the Shadowhunter. Oh wow. Very funny that the Elemental was able to pick off the Shadowhunter. Not Shadowhunter, Spirit Walker. Huh. Probably not something that would have liked to be experienced, I guess, but oh well. Dark Ranger coming out for WFZ's third and final hero, and we are going to be pushing on Tho's main base. Castle Tech has been spotted to be queued up. We do have upgrades on its way as well. That is +2, I believe, on those Spellbreakers, as well as +1 armor for the Footmen as well. Now here comes with a lot of both undead and orc units. It's basically Hordes versus Alliance right here, but a lot of damage has been dealt to 120's army and base. Not army, just keep on getting confused. Anyway, Siphon Mana on that Shadowhunter, not quite in time with that Stormbolt, not able to place that Shadowhunter in roots. Either way, there we go with the scroll protection for the red army. They're going to benefit heaps from this. Blood Mage is going to be chased down, but he will be able to manage. Paladin is now finally up for Infi, so let's see how much this, I guess, incredibly well diversified hero army for the humans is going to do. Of course, we do have death coils as well as the healing waves for the red team, and it looks like they might be able to pull this off. I mean, very nice scroll of healing as well. The Obsidian Statue, I think, is a pivotal unit in this fight, even though we only have one statue out. But it looks like the red army is going to prevail for now, though Castle Tech has indeed completed. Not sure if he really needed it, I don't think he can really benefit from that anymore. He does have double sanctums at his main expand though, so thankfully he will be able to produce still out of that base. But of course he did receive quite a big hit. There we go with Blizzard coming in. I believe that was a retrained Archmage, so we will have Blizzard on its way. Do we have lifesteal for the red team? We do indeed have lifesteal as well, so the Blade Master is going to be somewhat scary as well with that 10% lifesteal. Thunderclaps being used left and right. Mana Siphon once again constantly being used by the Blood Mage. Should be given probably to the Mountain King. He is running low on mana. And the Archmage is going to be the one chased by the Blade Master. We have Frost Armor coming in from the Lich as well, so just a little added more utility. And of course the Shadowhunter brings so much utility to this red army as well. There we go with the Stormbolt, and the Shadowhunter looks to be killed off. Nice Flame Strike on top of those Crypt Fiends as well. WFZ taking a long time to actually get out of those flames. Obviously he doesn't really care. There we go with another Mana Siphon once again from the Blood Mage, and probably should be given, I think, maybe to the Paladin. Where is the Paladin? There he is. Yes, the Paladin does actually need some mana. There's so many units to heal up for the blue army, but here we go with another Stormbolt, able to weaken a lot of units, and Flame Strikes will be constantly used. Apparently the Blood Mage is not going to utilize the ally giving Siphon mana. Instead he's going to use it for himself and get the all-important Flame Strikes out. Now it looks like Tho able to get himself his own Paladin as well, so a lot of sustain coming in from the human army. We might even have double nukes coming down on undead units with the Holy Lights to just burst them down. Here we go with a Blizzard, not gonna go for the full waves, but able to deal damage nonetheless. Now of course, apparently 120 has placed down a forward Voodoo Lounge. Did obviously buy stuff from it, but he will lose it eventually. Orc Burrow is actually going to be the first target here. Not going to give 120 upside down supply, but he is rather close. We do have master training for those priests, so potential inner fire might be coming through, although I don't know. Inner fire kind of burns a lot of mana in my opinion, and we don't have that many priests, so all the more important mana to be used on heals. But let's see if the priest count goes higher later on the game goes. So I would think that who took the biggest hit in terms of just base destruction? I think both 120 and Tho has taken quite a big hit. Maybe perhaps Tho took the bigger hit, I think, because he lost most of his peasants. If you didn't realize actually that 120 brought most of his peons along to that elongated fight, so he didn't lose that many worthlessly. He used them in combat at least, so at least putting them to use somewhat. Anyway, the blue army is going to siege on the top right, but here comes the Blade Master, not quite rich in terms of damage. The Mountain King obviously sold his claws as he doesn't really benefit from the basic attacks. And there we go with the Flame Strike, gonna deal quite a bit of damage, and actually nicely doing damage overall, I think. There we go, Spirit Link, not really gonna save that single grunt, but oh well, the Spirit Links will be stolen by those Spell Breakers, and another Flame Strike, probably not the best usage over there, maybe over here, but of course it is gonna put the Blood Mage at somewhat of a danger zone. Now the Mountain King looks to be the next target, but ooh, Death Coil over there has been forced to be cancelled, and the Archmage for Tho is going to be TPing out. Infi as well is going to follow. Blade Master was not able to be sniped, not at all, so will be able to live on. But of course, both blue players are going to spend a lot of resources in just replacing those TB scrolls, not necessarily coming cheap for them. So yeah, especially since Infi is the one that did not expand. So the final Magi camp has been taken out. Boots of Speed apparently is going to be the item picked up over here. Probably a good, worthwhile item it is. 250 gold just for free. And let's see, you can see the list just zooming in over there. Very, very fast. Let's see what he can do. Not really much, it looks like, but yeah, preventing the human army from actually clearing out that rock golem camp. Let's look at both the heroes as well as the supply. 50-50 versus 59 and 36. So I would say that the humans probably are ahead. I'm just trying to calculate if the worker count would just benefit any of these four players. I don't necessarily think so. I think Tho and Infi still has a little bit of a lead, but of course that can soon diminish because we do have WFZ over upkeep, and we have the 120 yet to go at full 50 food supply. So yeah. Okay, here we go. Lots of peasants being taken out. Of course, I was going to look at the hero level as well. So level 4 DK, level 3 Blade Master, level 3 Lich and Dark Ranger, and the Shadow Hunter is at level 4. So yeah, just try to remember that as I go over to the blue team. Level 4 on the Archmage and Mountain King. We have a level 3 Blood Mage as well as a Paladin, and a level 2 Paladin for Tho. So somewhat I think that the red team has a little bit of a higher hero advantage. And of course, as we see on the right side, WFZ is claiming a gold mine. Is this Infi? This is indeed Infi, so he is going to be claiming the bottom expand, despite being rather close to WFZ, but because this base is here, I think that most of the action will be here in the bottom side of the map. Let's see how this will turn out. We do have the disease clouds on those abominations. However, they are not upgraded. Instead, WFZ has upgraded Crypt Fiends 3-0. Let's look at the Orc army. 0-0. That's pretty much it. Okay, so Infi is at 2-0 with his Rifleman. Tho is at 2-3 with his Spellbreakers, which is impressive at least. So yeah, I think the blue team does have a significantly advanced army. Let's just see how this will turn out in the end. Actually, I think that the grunts should be in the front at least. There we go with the Stormbolt on the Lich. This, I think, would probably force a fight or just another retreat coming down from both the red players. More riflemen being added to the army as well. Spell steals, stealing that awfully, generous buff named Spirit Link. Of course, it is going to mitigate most of the damage. It won't necessarily get rid of the damage, it'll just put it somewhere else. And let's see, this might actually be a huge fight over here. Flame Strike going down, Raiders have been added to the army mix here for 120, but is this going to be enough? We do have a scout machine out in the air, not necessarily for anything in my opinion, but just to scout out if we have any burrows coming down from those Crypt Fiends. A very nice usage of Flame Strike once again. Blizzard as well, just tons of AoE damage from the blue team in my opinion. just doing way more work compared to the red team, and of course the Spellbreakers are not going to be taken down that easily. Blade Master has been taken down at level 4. We do have these two Abominations being bursted down very quickly and will be taken down. Now the front line has completely been demolished, I think, and of course the Mountain King leading the Spellbreakers and Paladins will be able to break through this red army, and the Dark Ranger also has been taken down at level 3. So 2 heroes down so far against the blue team. The red team not looking too good, but they will be fighting on Blight. Hopefully this will turn into a home court advantage, or just home base advantage. We do have double Paladins, however. That is going to be rather... It's going to be one hell of a job for the red team to actually break through that amount of sustain. I don't think that could actually be happening anytime soon, so this is going to be GG from both red players. It looks like Turtle Rock is going to be the next map of this 2v2. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. I'm not sure if I did a good enough job. It has been about 4 or 5 days since my last cast, but I will see you guys in game 2. Take care.